let's write the equation of a function after performing a functional transformation on it. And for these problems, let's just deal with some vertical translations, let's say this time. Okay, let's write the equation for f of x equals x squared minus 7 after being translated downward 5 units. Downward 5 units. Okay, the key is going to be which direction and how many units. Now we have to give it a different name, so just for simplicity's sake, I'm going to call this one g of x because it's the letter that comes after f. And in order to perform a shift, a vertical translation, we take the original function, which was x squared minus 7, that was the original, and then a downward shift would be to subtract however many units off of the end. So you get g of x equals x squared minus 7 minus 5, or in other words, g of x equals x squared minus 12. Of course, minus 7 minus 5 would be minus 12, so this would be what you'd get after simplification. And that's it. That's how you perform a vertical translation. Let's go to the next one. Write the equation for absolute value of x minus 3 after being translated upward 7 units. So just based on the previous example, if downward was to subtract 5, do you have a guess what upward is going to be? You might actually be right. You probably are. G of x is going to be equal to the original initial function, absolute value of x minus 3, but then because of the upshift by 7, we simply add 7 onto the end of this one. So the last answer to answer on an exam or a quiz or something would be absolute value of x minus 3 plus 7 is a net result of adding 4. So there would be the final answer. Why don't you try one on your own? Pause the video and see if you can do this one. I threw a couple extra pieces and made it look a little bit nastier. But assuming you paused it and gave it a shot here, where's the critical information? Where is the shift happening? We're writing the equation for f of x equals 3x minus 2 squared plus 1 after being shifted downward by 4 units. Down by 4. So we'll take the original function, f of x equals 3 quantity x minus 2 squared plus 1, perform the downward shift by subtracting 4. Oops, I should call this g because the other one was f. And then as a final answer, we would write g of x equals 3x minus 2 squared plus 1 minus 4 would be minus 3. And all that was simplification, collecting a few like terms.